Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to create a checkbox in Figma, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's probably the quickest, easiest way, so let's jump straight in. So the first thing, of course, we're going to do is on the left-hand side, we're going to jump into Assets, and here we are going to type in check. All right, so let's grab a check. I like this one over here. Let's grab it and lay it into our design. You can simply do this by clicking down and dragging over. All right, let's just make this a little bit larger. Let's change the aspect ratio. I think that looks good. Now let's right click on it and add auto layout. This will essentially allow us to create a box around our text. So let's go down here and let's go to fill. Let's give it a color, and let's say we're going to do something like this. That's great. We can also add a stroke here. So as you can see, this stroke, you can just make it a little bit lighter than black. We can do a shade of gray, and you can also change the size. So let's do that. All right, great. You can see the padding over here can also be changed. So if you put it at 0, that's what it will look like, and 0 this way, that's what it will look like. Of course, you can customize this to really look like you want it to look like. Okay, so right now, fantastic. Let's go up over here. We're going to say create component, and then we are going to add a variant. All right, so now we've got two over here, and we're going to design the first one and the second one a little bit differently. So what we're going to do now is click on the very first tick, and we're going to just double click on it, and you'll see on the right hand side this changes up a bit. So you can see here we have the parent component, and just underneath that we can scroll down. It says layer, and we're going to just turn that off, the visibility. Okay, we're going to now go over to this one over here. We can actually change what this looks like now so that it does look like it's been checked on. So we're going to change the fill. Let's jump into something a bit greenish, and we can change that to something that looks a little like that. All right, that looks fantastic. From here, you're going to go ahead and you're going to select this very first box over here, and on the right hand side you'll see current variant. All right, we're going to change this to state and default. All right, so we're going to leave this as default over here. When we are clicking on the second one, we're going to make sure it says state and checked. All right, so let's leave it exactly like this. Let's click again on the very first box that has nothing inside of it. On the right hand side, we're going to go to prototype, and here we are going to interactions. So we're going to do the on click, and here where it says none, we are going to go ahead and click on change to. So if you go now to the actual image, as you put your mouse cursor over the image, there'll be the plus icon on the side. Okay, now if you click down, you can actually drag it over, and it'll be dragged over to here. So let's just go on drag. That's great. We're going to say state checked, smart animate, and we're going to leave the rest of that in there. Okay, let's close this, and let's do the same with this one. So you're going to click on this. We're going to go interactions, and we're going to go on click, and here we are going to go and say change to, and we're going to run the same process. All right, so now it's going to change to state default. Let's just double check this one. If you go in here, it's an interaction. It's the, not that one, it's the click, and it's going to change to. All right, so that's the one we're looking for. And now what you can do on the left hand side, once you are happy with this, you can click on rectangle. Let's create a rectangle here. In this rectangle, we can grab a check mark again. Let's throw that check mark in there, and you'll be able to now test this out. Okay, so let's just move it across here, and this now will be interactive with the check mark that you just made. Now, if you're clicking on this, you can go and up to the top right hand side, you can click on the play button. It's the present or the preview button, and here you'll be able to actually click on this, and it will be interactive, as you can see, and as you have made the checkbox.